guys, it's Sunny. Welcome to the Book vs. Film channel, a channel I'm trying to start up where I talk about books and their film adaptations as well as just bookish and film related stuff. Basically, I've created a place where I can talk about the two things I obsess over, which if you haven't guessed already, is books and film. Now, I started this channel determined to put up videos quite often and kind of get a flow of stuff. And I did do that. I filmed loads of videos. However, I was using a different camera and having to switch to my iPhone. And a lot of the quality was really rubbish. And when I tried to edit, no matter how much I scoured the internet or what I tried, some of the videos were out of sync with the audio and they were just unfixable and terrible, and that kind of put me on a frustrated block. But now I have a semi-decent camera. Everyone is out of the house today, so I'm going to be doing some mass filming. So hopefully there'll be quite a few books coming your way. Now, I'm eventually hoping to work up to kind of reviewing books and their film adaptations, which is originally why I kind of started this channel. But I kind of want to work up to that and work on my reviews and kind of make them slightly more interesting, because when I filmed some before, I rambled and I repeated myself, so I'd really like some structure. So I thought I'd just start with one of the best videos you can get on BookTube, and that is a book haul. Now, some of these books are actually book/film related, which is great because it keeps me on topic, but there are a couple of books in this haul that aren't related to film. They're just books that I needed in my life to live. The first book that I have to show you, I actually brought a month ago, and I filmed a vlog of me going to Waterstones to get it, where I filmed all these books I saw that have been adapted into films, and that video just didn't work either, so I'm showing you now. That is My Friend Dharma by Derf Backderf. This is a graphic novel, and this has been adapted into a film that I think may have started the festival circuit already, or is going to soon, with the guy from Austin and Ally, the Disney show, playing Dharma. So that's a big career jump. For those of you who don't know who Jeffrey Dahmer is, the quickest and nicest way to put it is he was a very famous serial killer. Now, Derf Backderf went to school with Jeffrey Dahmer, and this is kind of his experience with Dahmer. So this ends just before his killings kind of start. So it's a really interesting insight to Dahmer as a teenager and his family life and becoming an alcoholic quite young. One thing you'll get to know about me is what my favourite films of all time are, and one of them is The Prestige. And I felt kind of bad that I have been saying for years how it's one of my favourite stories and one of my favourite films of all time, and I have never read the book or the origin of this story because it was adapted from this book by Christopher Priest. I got it secondhand and fangirled massively when the film cover turned up. The Prestige is about two illusionists in Victorian London doing the same trick and having no idea how the other one's doing it. That is the quickest way to put it. It's a lot deeper than that, and the film portrayed the relationships and the kind of obsessive mentality of the two magicians so beautifully and gritty, and Victorian London-esque is just amazing. So kind of hoping that the book is just as good with maybe a bit more. If the magicians thing doesn't sell you, the film does star Michael Caine, Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman and Scarlett Johansson, and David Bowie as Nikola Tesla. Next, I'm going to go through this book pretty quickly because I will be surprised if any of you need me to summarise it, but I finally jumped on the bandwagon and read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child halfway through rereading/reading for the first time the Harry Potter books. So I kind of jumped ahead for a little while. I know a lot of people really didn't like this, they were really disappointed, but subconsciously I kind of managed to separate the Harry Potter characters from Harry Potter, and that helped me really enjoy this. For those of you who don't know, this is about Harry's son Albus, amongst other things, but it's a play, not a novel, and they actually ran the play in London last year. I don't know what they're doing with it now. Is it still on? I don't know. The next book is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. I recently started watching the BBC TV series and I am a little bit in love with it. The first season was amazing, second season is okay. I've been in love with this story since I was a child, and I saw Oliver Reed and Michael York play D'Artagnan and Athos, and I saw the Mickey Mouse cartoon version of it, and there's been many other films, and I love most of them. But I can't believe I'd never actually read the book, again, like The Prestige, where it kind of originated from, and as you can tell, I have started reading it, but some other books have turned up that I was anticipating a little bit more, so I'm kind of picking it up in between. The next two books are not film related. These are the two books that I just really super wanted, and people who like BookTube and are kind of watching this because you love book haul videos like I do, you will understand why I am reading The Three Musketeers in pieces. The first is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I'm British, and I've seen this book everywhere, all over BookTube since the day it come out, and I can't believe it's taken me so long. Usually when I get paid, I like kind of impulse buy books that haven't even been on my radar when I haven't had money. So usually I go out and buy all these books, and then when I'm broke, I'm like, oh sugar, I didn't get Passenger. Now I remember to get Passenger, and I know this is a duology, so I'm just giving myself an excuse to buy more books. This, I don't know much about. I think there's a bit of a love story. I think there's like a piratey kind of undertone. However, time travel is the main premise in this book, and I love stuff like time travel. And lastly, my friends. Okay, I'm super behind on the hype train for this, but I got a delayed one, okay? I'm slowly getting there. Cricket Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I read Six of Crows like a month ago, finally, like way behind everyone. But luckily for me, reading it late, it meant that the part 2 is already out and it's the finale. And I kind of don't want to read it because I kind of don't want it to end. Most of you will know what this duology is about because it's everywhere that is book related where you can see books. Somebody is holding Six of Crows or Cricket Kingdom, but it is the sequel to Six of Crows, which was basically these group of misfits, some who had magical powers, trying to pull off the most impossible heist. And I've never made a book sound so kind of dull in my life. You all know the hype, and I actually bought this book secondhand, and it turned up brand new, or it looks brand new, so I even don't want to open it for the sake of fear of ruining the cover, not alone ruining my life, because it will be over. Hi guys, quick change of scenery. Basically, I filmed this book haul video yesterday, and I've woken up this morning, hence the face. I've woken up and post has arrived and several books have turned up, so I thought I'd just add them onto the book haul rather than waiting till the end of the month to like open them or like share them. So I'm just gonna open them and get into it, otherwise this video is gonna be really long. I know for a fact one of the books I ordered is a James Franco book. And if you guys watched my last video was actually a video about all my James Franco books. The first book is This Dark Endeavor. This is basically a story about Victor Frankenstein and his like cousin is ill or something. Or his brother's ill. So it's about him trying to find a way to save his brother's life. Frankenstein is one of my favourite stories in the world, however I love it because of Victor Frankenstein, who's my favourite character. Oh, okay. Alright, I've seen it. This one I'm excited about. I have brought it for the story, and it is relevant to the first book I just showed you, but it was also kind of a cover buy, and I'm just going to show you. It's called The Monster's Wife, and it's by Kate Horsley. I will probably take off the plastic library thing. Hopefully you guys can see that and it's not shiny because it's so cool. This is a book, again, about Victor Frankenstein. I think it's a mystery. It's about making a bride for his creature, and the main character, oh, she's a maidservant and they grow close, but her best friend goes missing. Oh my god. Come on. I'm so close. Right, I know it's a book. You can see, aha! It's Pretty Monsters by Kelly Link. Now I had a really pretty Kindle edition of this ages ago, but I only ever read the first story, and for some reason I didn't carry on. Not because it wasn't good, I think I got distracted, and it popped into my head the other day, and I was like, why don't I have that book? And I brought the actual physical copy, and it's a different cover, but it's gorgeous. It's so cool. This is basically a book of short stories, which is my... no, don't eat the biscuit! Right, it's happening. So, I'm trying to get this all done in one session. It is my James Franco. Ah! I have A California Childhood by James Franco, and it's hardback, and it's like super cool. Oh my god, it's like my Hollywood dreaming book that's got like all the artwork inside. This is about Franco and his childhood in Palo Alto. I think there's family photos of him and Dave. Oh my god, there's like child photos of him and Dave. Basically like a photo album of his childhood, but like with art and writing. Oh my god, look at him. But yeah, I've added that on quickly. I hope you enjoyed this whole entire book haul, and there's probably an awkward ending. I might put this like halfway through, so if this video is completely bonkers, then I apologise. So yeah, there was hopefully a quick little book haul, depending on how much I actually edit out or just kind of go, hey, that's kind of funny. But hopefully I will have more videos up like frequently, so I can kind of get to know you guys and you guys can kind of get to know me. Please comment and all that kind of stuff. I'd love to have conversation about books and films and recommendations. A theme you will see, I can't actually remember if I did this in the 2 videos that are already up, but I'm going to do it again. I am terrible at ending videos. It's really super awkward, so every time I end a video I'll probably ramble like I'm doing now and not be able to stop, and the video will end abruptly or with me cheesily being like, bye. Look at the book mess. Look at the book mess. You see my James Franco one, Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay, look. Look. Look, it's James Franco. You don't care. You don't care.